Oh my God, my gorgeous Gemini, you have no idea. You have no idea how important this week is actually going to be. There are few important things which are going to happen to you, and these important things I'm talking about here are going to really make you aware of, this potential, which is going to give you, most importantly, this courage in order to start this beautiful journey. By the end of this week, my gorgeous Gemini, you will most certainly know which journey exactly I'm talking about here. This will be brilliant, and never mind the fact that when it comes to numerology, your numbers are 777 again. I know you've had this in the past. I know you've had this before, and when it comes to these numbers, this is a very powerful combination of numbers. On one hand, it means that you are going to have your spiritual awakening, but then on another hand, it also means that now it's time to do what you want to do, and now it's time to act now, because you're gonna have this immense power, and I'm talking about this immense power to manifest, to make things happen. So make the most of it when you benefit from such a powerful combination of numbers like 777. Please, no matter what happens this week, don't waste your time on being negative. Don't waste your time on being sad, and don't waste your time on being down. Why am I saying this? Because it's this very powerful week when it comes to manifesting things. So you need to open your mind, and you need to focus on what you want to do, and you just need to go for it. So as I said, the power to manifest will be very, very enhanced, but it works the same way. If you're down or negative, you don't want to bring that onto yourself. Because if you are down and negative, no baby, no, this is the wrong time to do that, because you don't want to bring negativity onto yourself, because that's the actual energy which you are indeed going to be attracting. So this is why I need you to really open your mind, and I need you to focus on, expanding your horizons, my gorgeous Gemini, okay? Very important to mention indeed. So when it comes to the beginning of this week, this really beautiful person, I like this person a lot. Somebody really strange, somebody really unusual, somebody really bizarre, somebody who is in touch with nature, and somebody who is in touch with themselves, and somebody who is in touch with animals as well. This person is really, really wonderful. I really like this type of person. Somebody very unusual. Hello. No, I love unusual people. I love when people allow themselves to be what they call eccentrics. Do you know what I mean? People who just live their lives on their own terms, we just label as eccentrics. I love people who allow themselves to be who they are. And this particular person really reminds me of somebody like that, my gorgeous Gemini. So this particular person, somebody really quirky, and somebody really strange and different and unusual. For example, in many people's eyes, it's basically going to really motivate you, and it's going to really inspire you right at the beginning of this week. This person is going to motivate you and inspire you. This person is going to remind you of what you are so passionate about. This person is going to remind you of your own passion. This person is going to remind you, my gorgeous Gemini, what are you passionate about? That these beautiful spirits who have this power to awaken us, to awaken our spirit, to awaken our soul, they are meant to be in our lives. They are meant to be in our lives, because this role that this gorgeous person will be playing, it's gonna be not only crucial when it comes to your life, but it's also, this is a sacred role. This person has a sacred role in your life. This person is going to motivate you and inspire you, and it's going to remind you of what you are so passionate about, my gorgeous Gemini, yourself, to the point where you're gonna have this hermit mode. You are going to have this little hermit mode, my gorgeous Gemini, after that moment in time, because you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. The signs are going to be absolutely everywhere. There is going to be one major omen, one major sign you're going to have again. And that major omen and that major sign that you're going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to this, there are going to be two major signs you're going to have this week. Two major signs. So one major sign you're going to have at the beginning of this week. It's really going to kind of lead towards it. So not only you're going to be inspired to do something that you're so passionate about, because this particular person is going to awaken the best in you, and you will be reminded of your own passion, something you're so passionate about. And then you're going to have this hermit mode. When I say hermit mode, you will be thinking about it a lot is going to be on your mind. You will be reevaluating your life, certain things in your life. You will be going backwards and forwards in your mind, and then you're going to come to the same thing, baby. You're gonna realize that, this is something you really need to do. This is imminent, to follow your passion. That's exactly what we are here for. So at around that time, you're gonna have this major omen, major sign, and it's gonna be so unusual, this sign. Very strange, really weird. And it's going to happen again in such a way where only you will be able to understand this sign. To you, this is going to be huge, and to somebody else wouldn't even notice this. So let's say it's going to be so unique to you and unique to your spiritual journey. So let's say that there are 5 people standing and looking towards the same direction. You are one of them, my gorgeous Gemini. You're the only one who would be able to notice this sign. But it's going to be huge. It's going to be major. This is going to be so obvious to you like there is no tomorrow. You've never ever had a sign like this before. Okay, so you're gonna have a sign confirming, and you will know, oh my God, this is my sign, this is my sign. You will feel it, and you will know that this is something that you need to focus on, my gorgeous Gemini, almost immediately. You are really going to have already such a big reward when it comes to this, such a big achievement at around the September 2025, or before the month of September comes to an end, 2025, you're going to have a really massive reward because of this. Really massive reward because of this. But the problem is it's always something, isn't it? Even my little cat is like, all shaking, baby. Yeah, there is a problem. It's always a problem. Yeah, but the problem is that you will be instantly reminded of this burden. My gorgeous Gemini. And when it comes to this burden, you will be like pretty much so really frustrated, and this burden was also playing a big role when you were like having this hermit mode, and you were going backwards and forwards, or you will be going backwards and forwards, and is this burden which is going to be on your mind. Oh, I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that burden. Well, let me tell you something. You are going to have a rather at around this time, couple of days later, whatever, you're going to have a really surprising news. And this surprising news, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be monumental. This is really going to surprise you, because it's going to be connected to that burden. No, this burden did not come to an end. This burden did not immediately disappear. No, baby, no. But this news, what you're going to find out, it's going to make you feel so good. You're going to feel like this burden disappeared, because for the first time you will see that the things are moving forward when it comes to this burden. And you will know when you get this surprising news, surprising message, that burden is, hallelujah, going to come to an end. That burden is going to come to an end. Before, you didn't even think whether anything is going to happen ever, because it was bothering you for such a long time. So now at least you will have some kind of a great sense of direction here, because you will know, baby, that this burden is slowly but surely going to come to an end. This message, this information is going to be a clear indication of just that. And so you are, thank God that this burden was putting you off, and now you will be able to make this a really really important decision. You will be making such an important decision after that moment in time, which is going to be based on your passion and what exactly you're going to be reminded of, your own passion. So you're going to make such an important decision, and with that particular decision, yet again, you need to understand, of course, you're healing and you're again ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey. After this moment in time, nothing will ever be the same, but I mean this in the best possible way. When I say that you're healing and ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey, this is, my God, this is all going to make you so much wiser, so much more clever, so much more wiser, so much more intuitive, so much more psychic, because at the same time you have learned some kind of a really big lesson here as well, which you're going to be able to apply on in your life in future. You will know most certainly what to avoid and what to go for. So you are going to make an important decision, and I just need to stress that at the same time you are making a smart decision, you're making a wise decision, you're making an amazingly wise decision here indeed, because you do have a little baby here, the High Priestess, and she always comes and let us know, hi baby, when some kind of decision is right for you. So that's exactly what I wanted to let you know. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Gemini, you know that basically by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you see, it's like, wow. So look how crazy this is going to be. So in the first part of this week, we had this major burden. Okay, so now there are a couple of difficult issues that are going to come to an end, or a couple of terrible problems, very heavy problems that have been affecting you, my gorgeous Gemini, more than you like to admit, which is absolutely fine. And when it comes to the mid part of this week, you see, it's not about the burden, but it's about this restriction. Again, it's something that has been restricting you so much. Oh my God, something that has been making you feel really negative. This is to do with, like, a very much so, again, it's to do with something really personal. And the reason why is because you were waiting for the certain message. This is to do with you waiting for a certain news, you waiting for something really specific, something that hasn't, you did not have any outcome with it whatsoever. So I call it as a restriction because, it's like a domino. You were waiting for this news, waiting for this information which you did not have, you did not receive, and this kind of did create this situation where you were on a bit of a standstill here. And that's why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Gemini, because at around this week is some kind of a message or a news that has been delayed, and it caused this restriction in itself because you weren't able to move forward. You see, you are going to be so happy now because this particular news or information that was delayed, this is really kind of going to, you are going to have this news, you're going to have this information that you needed so much, this information, oh my God, because this information is not only going to open your eyes in general, but it's about you becoming fully aware of, like, what exactly do you need to do in terms of your finances, what exactly do you need to do in terms of your financial situation, and what exactly do you need to do, like, in order to make your life so much better, in order to kind of do what you wanted to do for absolute ages. Here, my gorgeous Gemini, you're really going to open your mind like a big mama, and here you are really going to start thinking, do you know what I mean, about making some big life changes, because there are a couple of news that you are going to have at around the midweek, and I think that this news that you are going to have, it's nothing to do with your personal life, nothing to do with the personal life of those people in your life, but it's to do with maybe you watching certain news or something like that, and then there are certain things that you're going to hear, certain things that you're going to become aware of. There are crazy things that you're going to hear, crazy things you're going to become aware of, and lots of people wouldn't understand from this angle. You will be able to understand because you are ridiculously intuitive. There are two of you inside, just remember. So you are like ridiculously intuitive. There are some kind of news and information you're going to have in terms of news, nothing to do with the people in your life, but something is going going to kind of not shock you really, but something is going to surprise you to the point where you're just going to realize you want to kind of make a certain big life changes, and you will be thinking about them quite a lot. And this is where all this is going to kind of stem from, if you know what I mean. And when it comes to, I know that this is going to sound, oh my God, but when it comes to these big life changes, my gorgeous Gemini, you're going to be thinking about it around the midweek. I know it's going to sound like, oh, here we go, but I need you to be like, really, I need you to trust yourself. I need you to trust yourself, because these big life changes you will be thinking about are going to come true. Do you understand me? Do you know? They are going to come true. So what are you waiting for? Okay, so you just need to let yourself go, baby. By the time you get to the last part of this week, remember what I told you before. I told you that within the first part of this week, you are going to have this a major sign. I told you within the first part of this week, you're going to have this major sign, major omen. This is going to mean to you so much, okay, personally. But when it comes to the last part of this week, I told you there is going to be another sign you're going to have. Now, when it comes to the last part of this week, okay, when it comes to the last part of this week, you will be you will be kind of contemplating, you will be talking to somebody who is like really kind of close to you. You will be discussing certain things, and that particular person also has a really powerful and positive impact on your life as well. But I think that this is going to be like your family member. It's going to be somebody who's extremely close to you, and you will be talking to this person, and that person is going to like kind of like really suggest a couple of things to you that are going to be very interesting. But this is to do with the subject that you're going to be talking about, that you are going to bring up, something that is bothering you, and something that has been bothering you for a while as well, and something that you're going to need to finish, something that you need to finish is going to be very important. There is something that you're going to need to bring to an end, and this is what this conversation is going to be about, because you will want to see what other person's point of view is, and then after that moment in time, you're going to be contemplating. You're going to have some kind of contemplation, and I know you're going to be kind of all over the place when it comes to this contemplation. And then you're again, my God, are going to have this sign. As soon as this contemplation comes to an end, and then you completely forget about it, my gorgeous Gemini. Then when that contemplation comes to an end, then you're going to move on. You're going to forget about it for a minute or two, and then you're going to have this major sign. And this sign, it's like kind of again, it's going to be so, oh my God, out of this world. This one, it's really going to, this sign is going to be completely out of this world. This sign is going to shake you up so much. This is like one of the most powerful signs you will ever have. This sign is going to shake you to the point where not only you're going to realize what do you need to do, but also this sign, you will know that there is a major sacrifice you are going to need to make. There is a major choice you're going to need to make. There is a major sacrifice you're going to need to make. You will be doing the right thing. This time is enlightening for you, my gorgeous Gemini. You need to understand that not only you are doing the right thing by making this major choice to actually make some kind of a sacrifice in order to do what you want to do, but at that moment, as soon as you do this, you are the process of healing is going to take over. You are not even going to need to wait for some kind of result, because within the next few days, internally and spiritually, you will most certainly know that you did the right thing. It's just the way you're going to feel. You're going to have so much more energy. You're going to feel so spiritual. Now suddenly you will also want to explore like your spirituality. You will want to explore things in terms of spirituality you never explored before, and you're gonna have like all sorts of ideas, baby. And that's the beautiful moment of growth I need to remind you of when it comes to like us feeling things from such a higher angle. It's to do with you reconnecting with your higher self. So there are gonna be all sorts of signs and ideas you're going to have otherwise you wouldn't have, and I I need you to pay attention to them, because each of these ideas, new ideas you're going to have, are going to be equally important when it comes to you, you know, opening the door you never knew even existed, let alone where this door is actually going to take you. Oh my God. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to, not these cards, because I'm using these cards for reading, so there half of them are not there. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. What is going to be a tarot card of the week, okay? What is going to be a tarot card of the week? Let's just see. Ooh la la, here we go. You see this, you just really need to, you know, now decide what are you gonna do. This is all what this week is going to be all about. You will realize that there are certain changes that are absolutely imminent when it comes to your life. And I'm not saying that you're going to be unhappy, that you're going to be sad, that you're going to be down. But this week you're going to snap out of something that was holding you back. This week you're going to awake, my gorgeous Gemini. This week you're going to snap out of something specific that was holding you down and draining your energy a little bit. And this is important. This is so important, because when our energy is drained, we don't see things crystal clear. So therefore, we cannot connect to our future in such a way. We can connect to our future in general when we can feel things in such a vivid way. And when we feel things vividly, we are able to go so much further, so much quicker, with this courage that we otherwise don't have. It's all about this courage, you know, that leads us towards the potential, which is ultimately going to be not only rewarding, but literally life-changing. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.